Pete, and welcome to this video series on the history of rainbow. So when did you first get involved?
I first got involved in kind of the late 80s. Probably the first bit was in 87.
Yeah. So you
That came out of the free festivals, spending time with the wonderful Steve and his visions of a side of the road show.
Is that what it was aimed at?
That's kind of was Sid's original vision.
Okay.
And he kind of gathered in his friends and rabbit relations to maybe make some kind of a thing.
And what was the very first camps like?
They were all done on a wing and a prayer. We all got our various bits of tat out, canvas, fender poles, fire bowls, anything that we all had, we put together, and then we saw what we could make out of that.
Cool. And how many people do you think were there?
There were about 20 vehicles, people living in about 20 vehicles.
Oh, okay. And what sort of things did you do? Was it very structured?
Well, no, also it really came out of the fact that we all wanted to park up together and enjoy our time as a tiny tribe. And Sid and Jules has to have a big up. She was a massive part of that vision. And we just, and Sid had this, well, let's put on a camp. So we kind of, the first camps, we basically just either wrote letters to people that we knew or went up the phone box and put our 2Ps in and called people. And I think there were 7 people came to the first camp.
Wow.
I can't remember what the theme was or if it had one, but...
So Lynn Lovell remember the first camps as being astrology camps?
That could be. That, yeah, Lynn was there, yeah.
With Polden,
yeah,
Jenkins.
Yeah, Polden was there, yeah.
Okay, and then how did...
I mean, because it was Polden, Polden was kind of probably the first kind of camp.
Yeah.
100th Monkey. And that came out from the Gothic Image guys' vision as well.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
But and then I think Oak Dragon kind of came out of that. And then when the site crew of Oak Dragon, which was Sid and the gang and various rabbit relations, they kind of were the beginning of Rainbow Circle.
So why did Oak Dragon migrate to Rainbow Circle? Do you know? Why did that split happen? Because that was like the first split, wasn't it?
Okay. Me and Pam, my partner at the time, and our 2 kids, we broke them down. We were on a forecourt in Aberystwyth, and Sorrel, bless her, spotted us and said, "Come to the Oak Dragon camp." So we turned up at the Oak Dragon camp. Hierarchy that was at the time was very not keen to have these people in their truck. We were just lunched out. Stuff happens, and then it breaks down.
Yeah.
And of course, because I knew the site crew, they all went, "No, we want Pete and Pam to stay," and there was much arguing and even a small fight. And that was kind of, the site crew weren't being treated very well anyway. But fortunately, Dave gave us 2 free tickets, so we were able to stay there, and then we got our breaks fixed, and that was, but that's why the site crew, Sid then took his power, and thought, no, we can do this and do this better, and so that was how the first...
Rainbow Circle.
Yeah, the first... gathering happened. We all put 10 quid in.
Yeah.
All of us, we all put 10 quid in for the field and the tap. And we had a lovely time. We just celebrated our freedom.
Yeah.
And then the camp happened, and then the next camp happened, and so on and so on.
Yes. Fabulous. And do you know how the name Rainbow Circle came about?
No idea. I would have thought Sid or John or somebody.
And what did you use to contribute to Rainbow Circle? What was your job?
I just did site. I did anything, the gate, the site, cleaning the loos, structure maintenance, putting up, taking down, etc.
The camps used to run all summer, didn't they?
Well,
then?
yeah, from 1st of May to the 1st of October.
Yeah.
And we'd go all over the country at first. We'd pack all our stuff in. Somebody had arranged for a field for us somewhere, and then so we'd turn up, and then people would arrive. And always some people would stay. Some people would really get the feel of what it's like to live as a travelling community, and they were drawn to it. So we had more and more crew and more tags.
Yeah.
And also we had the wonderful peppermint marquee, green and white, which had been donated to Stonehenge, and we were using that when that was no longer needed. So that was great. Have this big central marquee, round peppermint marquee.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff happened.
Yeah, amazing. Yes, it was. It was like a travelling circus in a way.
Yes, very, very similar.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was its vision, really, to be like that. We could go and put on an event. Perhaps we could all make some money out of it, bits and bobs here and there, and just to keep us going. So, yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Have you got any burning stories you'd love to share?
Oh dear, I haven't thought about that.
Something off the top of your head? Something funny?
No, nothing's springing to mind. I mean, my memory's not what I say, but I just remember the love, really. There was so much love. It was just this feeling of freedom and it's wonderful, really wonderful.
I think the word for me because I joined in 92, I think it was about inclusivity.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. In fact, here's a story I only told last night, actually thinking about it. When you have this kind of a travelling roadshow thing, and people come and more people come and people wander in, you always get a nutter. You always get a nutter. It's part of Sid said to me, it's part of community having a nutter because they bring in wild magic. They're pretty crazy, but along with that comes the wild magic, so it gives space for the wild magic. And the other thing is, if you've got a nutter that you like, that you can handle, then he becomes our nutter. And then if any other nutters came, you could go, no, we've already got a nutter, thank you. You have to go. We've got one. So it was that was our approach, with the inclusivity. Yeah, we've got our nutter, and he's no harm. He's not like a really terrible nutter. He's just a nutter, He's out there, but we'll look after him, and he's safe here, and he's our nutter. So that kind of consciousness approach to inclusivity of living.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a little one then.
And of course, the more free you are, the more nuttery you become yourself.
Yes, it does happen that way, yes.
You let down the masks and you realise actually there's a bit of a nutter inside.
Yeah. And here we have the space to be in safety and without judgment, which is great.
It is. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pete.
Nothing but my pleasure. Bless you all out there. Keep on loving. It's most important.